It's another review of lchessica for General Hospital, June 30th, 2025. Okay, y'all, so first things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's new episode down below. What did y'all think? I was like, look, what Natalia don't want to do. I said, if that's the case, then they might as well got rid of her. They might as well got rid of her. Or Sonny should have had Jason take her or something. I said, all of this for what? But yeah, what was the first thing? Hey, how you doing today? It was something I was gonna start with. What was it? Was it Natalia or was it Christina? It might have been Christina. I was gonna ask if y'all think that was Sewell. I'm assuming it was Sewell that ended up having Charlie set on fire. But yeah, okay, so on today's episode, we're gonna start with Natalia and Sonny. First of all, Carla was standing up there talking to Sonny, asking what Natalia was doing there or whatever. Sonny ends up stepping out to talk to Natalia. I think Carla asked Jason if he should go out there too. He was like, no, he gonna let Sonny handle it or whatever. So they go outside. She over here freaking out and stuff, talking about so he asked her what she was doing there. She talking about so you're not supposed to be here either. And I was like, I'm waiting on him to tell her that he never said he was going with her. I was like, that don't even make sense. Why would he go if he been fighting this hard to keep his peers and stuff like that? Not to mention his kids and all this other stuff. Why would he go with you? I was like, maybe she just seemed like she was just struggling anyways because she was lonely. Her kids didn't want nothing to do with her, nothing like that. Cause I was like, when did he tell her that he was finna sit up here and go with her? She freaking out and stuff. Then gonna tell him what she said. Basically, she hoped that him and his family get everything they deserve. But it wasn't like she actually want them to get something good. It was like she hoping for something bad. Excuse me. It was like she was hoping for something bad. But to say, I sure hope that Christina gets out of Charlie's okay, and I wonder if Natalia on pills. Yeah, it kind of seemed like she did, especially with that alcohol, whatever she was drinking. Especially with that. At first, I was assuming that Marco was gonna end up going there because on the preview for tomorrow's episode, he was driving somewhere. So that's what I'm assuming he going. At first, I thought he was going to talk to Natalia, but yeah, maybe he was on his way. But do y'all think he's gonna be the one to save Christina or what? I know I seen the preview this morning where Alexis, I think she was talking to Sonny and she was saying how she already lost one daughter, she's not about to lose another one. And was Cody talking to Molly on tomorrow's episode when he gonna say he got some bad news? I think it was Molly and what's her name? Sasha? Was it Molly and Sasha he was talking to? Saying he got bad news? I don't know. But yeah, she done got caught in the doggone fire. I said, did they wait on her to come back or what? Or did they not know that she was in there? Cause they had already put down the lid, whatever it was they put down. Then after she came in, cause she was bent down. She was bent down when they threw it up in there. So I'm like, did they not know? Now I know I feel like Silva was trying to send a message, but did he not know that she was gonna be in there? Cause she just got called in. Cause I think she said something about her manager called out, so she had to go open Charlie's. My thing though, did she not see the Christina? I know the lights was out and stuff, but did she not see? Didn't they break in? Then they break through the window or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, she just standing up there with her. I said, go out the back door. It's probably trapped too though. But like I said, Natalia and Sonny go outside. I think Brooklyn was talking to Chase when she was like, she wonders what Natalia was doing there as well. Now, at first I thought she was going to be talking to Sonny when she said, what did you just do? But she was talking to Chase. Chase don't call 88 Turner and told. I was like, well, it is his job, and it's Sonny's fault. You don't sit up here. This girl been over here, this woman, how many days she done had? I'm like, what the world going on? Is somebody finna get ready to snitch on you and tell something? Don't you supposed to get them out of town immediately? She over here still talking about she needs time to pack. And his guard, at least the guard did say he was going to stand outside. The good that did. Because I don't know if they actually going to, take her off the show or what. I did see somebody say that that's supposed to be her last episode. And once again, we don't really see her anyways. Would they think that Sonny's the one responsible? Especially if Marco and them come and Sonny guard out there. I think Chase and who was that? I know I seen Chase. Chase and somebody's supposed to be at the door knocking or whatever, telling Natalia to come out. But I was like, they're going to find her laying on that couch. And I said, see, Sonny went about this all wrong. She done showed up. Multiple people don't seen her show up. Too many witnesses. But yeah, let's see. Sonny tells Natalia they can talk outside. That's when they go out there. Natalia ends up telling Sonny he's supposed to be on a plane with her or whatever. And he was just letting her talk. And what did she say? She was like, I thought we'd start our life together and stuff like that. You said you'd be there for me. He's like, I did say I was going to be there for you, and I do plan on being there for you, every step of the way. But I never said, he was coming with her. I was like, right, look, we always talk about that. We was like, when did he say he was coming with her? I'm confused, too. But yeah, he was like, he's sorry for the misunderstanding, but he just started trying to tell her, you're gonna have all the money you need, everything. I already talked to the people, they gonna, sit there real nice for you. It's a nice place. She ain't trying to hear that. She just, her thing is she feeling all lonely and stuff. But you shouldn't be running around treating people how you treat people then. That's the main thing. But yeah, it kind of seemed like she just wanted him to go with her so she could have somebody. But yeah, I was still assuming that she had a copy. I was still assuming she had a copy of whatever she gave Sonny. I'm assuming. Wait, I keep saying it. She gave him a key, but she said it was in the little safe deposit box or bank deposit box or whatever she said. Well, yeah, that's what I was assuming. But yeah, so she was just freaking out and stuff like that. And Christina came out there and told him that they ready to get started. So that's when he had the other guard. I don't think that was Paul. I think that was somebody else. He said his name. I forgot. Either way it go, he might as well just turn in his security guards, trade them in or something. I said they good for nothing. He give you an order, you supposed to do it. he gonna be right outside or whatever. Then he gonna knock on the door talking about are you ready? She talking about just give me a little while or whatever. I said, well, he better get up out of there now because they about to come and they gonna know that Sonny guard or whatever. Even if they check the little video footage or whatever, they gonna see that Sonny's guard. And I think on tomorrow's episode, Jason's supposed to be letting Sonny know that Natalia never made it. And I was like, yep, look at you, slipping. But yeah, the guard ends up taking her away back to the hotel. He told him to make sure that she gets on the flight. He took her to the hotel, whatever. But she was like, she had to pack, and she just need. At first, he was standing on business. At first, ain't that what they said? Standing on business. He was like, no, we got to get to the airport now. You have to get on that flight now, whatever. She's like, I need to take a shower or whatever. So he was like, he gonna be right outside. She took the shower because she had on the road. Then she went and got the doggone alcohol. The same thing that got her in trouble to begin with. She got the alcohol. She took one, I think. I don't know what type of pills them was, but at first she took one, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Then she just kept on and kept drinking. I said, I don't think you're supposed to, first of all, take all that. Then you don't supposed to mix it with the alcohol. So then she just studied. She tripping over stuff. She texting Marco. Lucas ends up trying to tell Marco, if she's about to leave town, you need to try to fix things or see what she want. Because even with her, under the influence, she's still trying to reach out. So I don't know if he ever texts, but they just show him in the car on tomorrow's episode and look like he's approaching something. I'm assuming he see Charlie's on fire or whatever, and he stops there. So look like he gonna miss it. He gonna know though. He gonna know cause he already know about Sonny. Is he the only one? Jason, Sonny. I think Lucas knows. If I'm not mistaken, Lucas knows. But other than that, I don't think nobody else know, do they? I was like, yep, Sonny, they got you. they ain't got you. They ain't got proof, but at the same time. Oh, 88 Turner, because I didn't write this part down. 88 Turner ends up telling Anna to put whatever they call them, APBB. What's it called? A missing person, something. I don't know, y'all. Either way it go, they looking for Natalia. They looking for Natalia or whatever, because Chase had called and told that Sonny and Natalia met up or whatever. I said, who else we got? Let's see. Marco and Lucas was just having dinner or whatever, and that's when he asked when Carly and them supposed to be coming back. He said he got some arrows, so that's when they started kissing, and they was about to do something, but Natalia kept texting, and that's what made him leave. That's what ends up making him leave. Hold on, let me see. Sasha, Daisy, Michael, Carly, Jason, Felicia, Chase, they all end up having, Daisy's christening and stuff like that. It actually was a success. Nobody interfered or anything like that. They're too busy setting stuff on fire. I want to know what the next thing gonna be. But yeah, they end up actually having it. Wiley had asked Michael if Willow was coming. And I said, yeah, this gonna be a problem. It definitely is. And we still ain't seen. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on, we might as well give up. Let me just finish. We might as well give up, y'all. They ain't gonna never show Nina telling the truth. I said, at this point, does it even matter? They done waited so long. I've been waiting on that to happen. But now I'm more interested in the whole Sonny versus Sewell versus Sonny situation. I've seen a lot of people saying they don't care about that or whatever, but I do. Hold on, y'all. But yeah, what else? I think they all went back to the Quartermains and stuff like that. They were celebrating. Christina ends up showing up. But she said her manager had to leave or couldn't make it, so she had to go, and that's what led her to go. That's why I was saying, did they know that she was in there? Like, was it just about setting it on fire to let them know that I could get to your daughter and anything you got or something like that? Because she was bent down. Or did they watch her pull up? Maybe they watched her pull up. I don't know, y'all. But yeah, let's see. What else? It was something else happened. Who else? Oh, Michael. I think Michael was talking to Sonny too. Michael, Sonny, Christina. I think they always just standing up there talking. That's when she ended up saying her goodbyes and everything. I don't think Christina going nowhere, but we'll see. We shall see. Curtis, Portia, Jordan. So they did a replay where they was kissing and stuff and about to do the do, and that's when Jordan walks in and she just runs off. Curtis looked like he wanted to chase after her, to be honest. And Curtis realizes that Portia set it up, and she was like, she sure did. She sure did. She set it up. She ended up texting her, let her know to come there. She said she didn't know that, any of the other stuff was gonna happen, but she did know she was on her way. So yeah, and then he was mad about that. He was like, another lie or whatever. And she was like, are you mad because of what you think was a lie, or are you mad because your ex-wife saw what was going on with your current wife? And I said, oh. I said, oh. And he told me, so he don't think that that's what's going on. He don't think Jordan's still into him or anything like that. And I said, shoot, she definitely is. She definitely is, but that's partially his fault because he ended things because of a lie. And now you got another liar over here that don't know when to stop lying. Hold on. And they were just going back and forth about that. What else did he say? I already said Portia asked why Curtis mad. Is it because of a perceived lie or because Jordan saw them? And she ends up telling him that she thinks that Jordan wants him back. He was like, no, it's all in your head. Anytime they say it's all in your head, that means they know. That means they know, unless they actually don't believe it. But in this case, I think he know. I think deep down he definitely knows. But Portia, excuse me, but Portia was just saying how before any of this happened, she already could tell something was going on because they was always having these little secret meetings and stuff. I said, you know what? They sure was, wasn't they? They kept on. And I think he said something about, did he say something about needing somebody to talk to? Or something he said that I felt like he shouldn't have been telling his wife. But they don't be caring. But yeah, what else? Yeah, they just, the moment was ruined. The moment was definitely ruined. She feels some type of way, but she did say that she wasn't gonna let Jordan win. She wasn't willing to give up on their marriage. So we'll see how all that plays out. Now why did I go place this doggone note? What did I do with it? I lost it just in fast, y'all. Let me see. Hold on. Here you go. Okay. Anna 88 Turner. That's when she was over here. They was just going back and forth. She was telling her, if you feel some type of way, then just report it. Anna was saying that Sonny didn't get where he is now by being, foolish or whatever. He's smart. He's smart or whatever. He basically covers his tracks. I mean, when you think about Sonny dude, in a sense, he is smart, but at the same time, they could catch him. They could have been caught him. He don't let the woman sit up here and have days to pack. What the world? First of all, if she got a new life, she's supposed to have new clothes. So you gave her time to pack. What the world? It's been days. We on a new week. He don't let her have time to pack. Now he looking all shocked when Jason said him tomorrow that she never showed up. It's your own fault going soft and stuff. Hold on. But yeah, I was like, he slipped. He needs to retire. Fire your guards. They sit up here. He don't sit up here and let her go take all this stuff. He's supposed to have eyes on her. But yeah, 88 Turner and Anna was just talking about Sonny. And then once again, she ended up coming in there and said that you claim, you want to see justice and stuff like that in regards to Sonny. Put out the little AP, whatever it's called, for the tie or whatever. So, she's talking about somebody. Was she talking about Sonny on tomorrow's episode? I don't know. Anna's supposed to be on the phone talking to somebody. But we'll see, y'all. Hold on. Jordan ends up coming in. That's when 88 Turner left. They end up talking about the same thing about Curtis. Let's see. What did she say to her? Anna tells Jordan that she has to process her feelings and move forward in regards to Curtis. Basically telling her not to interfere. If you didn't like it done to you, then don't do it to Portia either. That's basically what she was telling her. Let's see. Anna tells Jordan. Yeah, it was something else she told her, but I don't think I wrote it down. Let's see. Chase. I already said Chase ends up calling 88 Turner and Brooklyn heard, and they was just having a disagreement about that. She was like, she wanted to know because she's worried about Sonny and Natalia. And he was like, no, you knew before we got together and stuff like that. That was his job, and a certain thing he couldn't tell her. And I get it, and I understand because at the end of the day, like on one end, I want to say, like, of course she gonna want to know that's her Uncle Sonny, as she called him or whatever. That's her child's grandfather and all that, and she just cares about him. But on the other end, like, that's his job. It's his job. Then I think he said something about, he told her when they first got together that he may have to, excuse me, hold on. He might have to actually arrest one of her family members. I said, you know what? That's majority of the people she care about ain't Jason, Sonny, all them some criminals. I said, well, she just gonna have to turn the other cheek. What they say, turn the other cheek or something, because it show a lot of them. But yeah, she felt some type of way about that. I said, Chase didn't waste no time, did he? He definitely didn't. I said, y'all ain't gonna catch Sonny. I said, y'all can give it up. Y'all is not gonna catch him. Y'all not. Because anytime y'all do catch him, he either let somebody take the fall for him. I think back in the day, I don't know if they said that or not, but I heard the reason why, Jason used to take the fall for him and stuff like that is because something about he don't like being in closed spots. Is that true? That's what they saying. What's it called? Claustrophobic or something like that? I don't know how true it is, but regardless, he just have to do the time. Don't do the crime if you don't want to do the time. But nah, let's see. Yeah, Chase and Brooklyn was just having a disagreement, but he was like he didn't want to argue or fight about that, but he had to go in. Carly and Felicia was just talking about being grandmothers and stuff like that again, and how Bobby would react. Sasha and Jason, she was just showing her appreciation for him and how he looked out for her and Daisy or whatever. I already talked about Christina coming to say, I think she brought a gift, and she was saying to tell Sasha she's sorry she had to leave, and that's when they showed her going in there, and like the lights was out and stuff like that. She ended up bending down, and she seen or smelled whatever that was. I don't know if it was gas. I'm assuming it was something. I don't know. I said I'm assuming it's something. But she smelled it. Then they see they threw it in there. So I was like, either they didn't know. I was assuming that they didn't know she was in there because she was bent down, but they could have seen her drive up, and that's what made them do that. But I said, yeah, it'll be real interesting. You know how they played that music? Did y'all hear the music? The end of the scene, how they were just showing it, they was around Daisy and stuff like that, Sunny and them or whatever. Then they showed them throw it up in there. I said it would have been so much better if they showed that scene with Christina in the fire, then showing them go out the maybe because Michael was right there. I wouldn't say Michael, one of his other kids or Dante or somebody. I said that would have been epic. That would have been a great opportunity. Because it definitely would have been war. He gonna be mad now either way it go, because he don't sit up here and had these folks come in there and burn Charles down and Christina up in there too. I said, yeah, it's about to be a war, y'all. It definitely is. Let me see if I cover everything. I think that was everything though. But yeah, I said let the war begin. Let the war begin. But that's it. That's all. Let me know your thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces, girl.